Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lois. Yes, I have a great feeling about this new month of August and I do wish you all the best. I hope you all achieve each and every dream that you've set out to achieve this month. I myself have set out a particular challenge that I need to see through this month, and you guys are allowed to hold me accountable. So the challenge is to post each and every day of this month, and we are going to focus on urban farming, which is the major topic on this channel. Okay, we are all about urban farming, but every now and then we venture into other things. So this particular month, it is strictly urban farming. For those of you who have already subscribed and those who may come across this video, please feel welcome. And if this is the kind of content that interests you, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And of course, hit on the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I post a video on here. So, urban farming to me is a deep passion. You can call it a hobby, but it is way deeper than that to me. Okay. In my perspective, it is not just about growing of crops or rearing of animals as it is defined. As much as I am a passionate farmer, I am also very passionate about conserving our environment. So I feel like urban farming gives me the means to do both. Not every farmer is concerned about the environment, and that is why our family here is unique because we care about food production, but we also care about the environment, and this is where sustainability comes in. So when I talk about sustainability, that means we are able to grow our food or rear our animals, practice the usual normal farming, but also do so without destroying the environment. And how are we able to do that as farmers? That is where good farming practices come in. Okay, to conserve our environment, it means we have to practice good farming or agricultural methods, and that is very important in our fight against climate change. So we are going to tackle a lot of topics, a lot of things as the month goes on, and I'll be very excited also to hear your suggestions on what you want me to handle or just discuss with you guys. That would mean a lot because after all, we are here to learn from each other. I am not an expert. Someone else is. When we talk about these things and discuss them, then we have a broader mind and understanding. So please don't hesitate to leave me a comment on your suggestions on the topic that you want me to talk about in regards to urban farming. Of course, whatever engagements, I'll be very happy. So leave in the comment section your suggestions and I'll be very happy to read them and of course respond to them. Like I said, we are going to be posting every day and on important topics regarding urban farming. We are not just any kind of farmers. We are farmers who care about our environment because if we destroy the environment in the process of doing the things, then we shall not be able to have the resources to do them eventually, or the resources to leave the next generation. Okay, so we need to ensure that sustainability is in place. So it is very important that we are able to practice these good farming practices to conserve our environment, which is going to provide more resources for our future generations. On that note, I guess we can agree that good farming practices can prevent or minimize environmental degradation and of course One other important thing that I want to discuss with you guys is waste disposal. As a responsible farmer, you know that our kitchen wastes are very important when it comes to making our compost. And also you know that burning of these plastics in our compounds can cause release of these greenhouse gases, which will cause immense pollution, and of course you know the effect of that eventually. So we as responsible farmers should have at least two bins or two pits in which our biodegradable materials and non-biodegradable materials will go. When I visit, especially the local markets, I see a lot of people throwing plastics, these non-biodegradable materials everywhere. I think for most part, they're ignorant. They don't know the effect of these things. That's why we also need to spread word to people, because there are those who actually don't know. And when once they get to learn the effect of these things, I know that some of them can change. You as a responsible farmer or person should be able to sensitize these people when you see this happen. You don't have to be rude. You just have to sensitize them. Some of them will listen and actually refrain from doing that. Others do know, but they just do it anyway because they don't care. We also have those kinds of people. And I really, if you are that type, I really urge you to stop, because I've noticed also very knowledgeable people, especially in taxis or other cars. You find somebody driving a really posh car, or anybody else, somebody in a taxi just throws, after drinking a bottle of water, they just throw over the window. They don't really care. And this is contributing to pollution. Yeah, and these, when they end up in our soil, they degrade the soil. Once these plastics are buried in the soil, then they're going to affect the drainage of that soil. And of course, once the drainage is compromised, even the aeration is compromised. And remember, there are microorganisms, living microorganisms that are in these soils. So once the conditions, their living conditions are compromised, then they die. And these microorganisms are responsible for decomposition of these biodegradable materials, like our compost, for example. So that's why we get good soil. Once the conditions are compromised, of course, they're going to eventually die. Then we shall have lots of rubbish around, because there is nothing to work on them, nothing to decompose them. Remember, our plants need good drainage as well as good aeration. Also remember that in these soils we have microorganisms that are responsible for the aeration bit as well as decomposition. So let us stop this habit of not caring and just throwing these plastics around. It is not something that a responsible human being should be doing. So let us learn to dispose of our waste materials properly, because one way or the other, when we do it right, we conserve our environment. But when we do it wrong, then we're going to degrade it. And that is not our mission. I know that sometimes when you have your clean environment, sometimes a polythene bag or whatever, just the winds just bring them over. Don't bury them in the soil. Don't be so lazy and bury them. Or if there is one that is accidentally buried or previously buried by someone else and you notice it, please get them out and dispose of them properly, because our plants need a healthy soil, which cannot be unless, of course, the drainage and all those properties are in place. Good aeration, good drainage, and of course, their roots need to breathe properly. Remember, once they're not breathing, you're not going to have a healthy plant if the roots are not breathing properly. The drainage is poor, everything else is messed up, even the plant itself is not going to do well. So let us try as much as possible to remove those plastics from our soil and environment in general, and let us stop the habit of banning them also from our compound. If there are companies that are taking them for recycle, please give it to them so that they can take and do it from there, at least from one place instead of everywhere, because these greenhouse gases are very dangerous and contributing highly to climate change. So that is one thing that I wanted really to share with you today about waste disposal. So when you are an urban farmer, in our family, I expect you to have at least two pits, one for our kitchen wastes and the other, of course, for the plastics, the non-biodegradable materials. So let us make it a habit and help fight against climate change one way or the other by conserving the environment. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you a lot. I hope you have learned one thing or two, and I hope to engage with you all in the comment section. We have a lot to talk about, but shall do it subsequently in these videos that you're going to do every day throughout the month. And I really look forward to doing that with you guys. So thank you for watching. I am going to see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.